Hey, how you doing? This is Shondell, aka Coach. And man, crazy times, right? Crazy times. And just when you think the plot can't thicken any further, it does. I guess the plot can always thicken, and it has. So many of you know I am the owner of CrossFit 954. I've been an affiliate since 2011, so almost 10 years. CrossFit has changed my life professionally and personally. It's also changed the lives of many of my clients and many people, just many people in the world, right? It truly is a vehicle of transformation for many. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. However, in the past couple days, the owner and CEO of CrossFit, Greg Glassman, has messed up. You know, he's really kind of shown a side of him that perhaps many of us didn't know. He tweeted in response to an organization's, I don't remember the exact verbiage, but his reply was, "It's Floyd 19." And I mean, I personally took that as a stab of media, stab of the establishment, kind of poking at the powers that be. But the timing of it was just extremely inappropriate, insensitive, and just not cool, especially when he didn't preface his comments at any prior time with any position during this time of unrest, right? And I think it's important during this time to have a stand, especially when you are the owner of one of the largest, if not the largest, fitness platform in the world, right? He has an opportunity to have a voice of impact and positivity, and instead he chose a voice of just moral ambiguity, I guess, of divisiveness, and just not being considerate of where people are at this particular point in time. You know, people are angry and people are hurt and people are sad, and you are leading thousands and thousands and thousands of people, you know, with your brand. And what an opportunity to uplift and unify and, you know, spread positivity, and instead he chose a different path. And to deepen the hole, to make things worse, he had the most I can't even put into words the reply that he had to an affiliate owner's email, who it was expressing to him that she was going to end her affiliate with CrossFit because of his comments and because of his position, or his lack of a position. And his reply was just so barbaric and rude, and oh gosh, I mean, he called her delusional. He said he was ashamed of her. Just not the reply of a leader at all. And so I don't want to be aligned with that negativity, and neither do hundreds of other CrossFits who've already de-affiliated. They lost their largest sponsor, Reebok, who sponsors the CrossFit Games every year. Reebok is, after their contract is over this year, they are not continuing their partnership with CrossFit because of Glassman's actions and his words, which is to another point of, you know, the power of our words, you know, because perhaps his intention wasn't to cause the unrest that he's caused. But when you don't choose your words wisely, and when they are ambiguous, and when they are the only words that you've shared during this entire time, right, then you leave all of us to decipher what you really mean. And when that happens, there's problems. So we must choose our words wisely. right? And he did not do that. And as a result, you know, we are seeing the demise of CrossFit as a brand. Now, the great news is that CrossFit, the methodology, stands. You know, if CrossFit is just functional fitness, there are tons of gyms implementing CrossFit style workouts and not calling themselves CrossFit. I do believe that unless Greg Glassman steps down, CrossFit the brand is probably seeing the end of its days. But I do think that the methodology, and most importantly the community, which is really what CrossFit has been about. I think it is the fundamental aspect of CrossFit that has made it so successful, right? It has made gyms into families, right? It has made there's people who walk into a gym and who don't even acknowledge each other's presence, and instead, you know, having dinners together and doing Zoom calls together and just hanging out and becoming like lifelong friends. I've seen such amazing friendships formed in my CrossFit gym, and some of my best friends in the world I've met through CrossFit, and that will remain, right? The community, the inclusion, just the camaraderie, all of those things will remain, even though the brand is probably over. So before I was CrossFit, I was Synergize, and I actually considered not re-affiliating. I had to re-affiliate in April, and I considered not doing it for a variety of reasons, which I won't get into right now. And then at the last minute, I was like, what the heck, I'll go ahead and keep going. So for me, you know, I was already on the fence. I really want to focus on building my own brand. And there's not, you know, the leadership of CrossFit has really kind of just fallen apart since I've been an affiliate. Really what we are paying for is the use of the name. And now that name is tarnished. So there's no use to really being an affiliate any longer. I stand for inclusion. I stand for kindness and love and community and harmony and all of the, sorry, there ants crawling all over me. You know, I stand for good, and I don't want to be attached to anything that even slightly doesn't align with those values. And so, as sad as this may be, or not, and more to come on the next steps for me, but I am, unless Greg Glassman is to step down within the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm pretty confident that I will be reverting back to Synergize. I will be using functional fitness methodologies as I have been, because I believe that it works. And my doors are open to any and all. And I am ready for, you know, the next chapter. I wish the circumstances weren't. I wish it didn't have to come to this in this manner. But you know, they say it is what it is, and I just wish for all the affiliates out there to, you know, not react to this in a knee-jerk kind of way, but to really, you know, examine whether or not what this man stands for and the messages that he is sharing and spreading, do they align with who you are and the business that you want to bring to the marketplace and to the world, and to the impact that you want to have. All right, so this video is way longer than I intended it to be, but that's all I have to say about that. It's a sad day. I'm sad for CrossFit. It was an awesome run, and the journey continues. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.